You know, all my tricks.
Let me see.
Meeting now streaming live on Facebook. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How? You got the hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my bird. I'll just go out to my cows. How you doing there, Diane?
Perfect. How are you, Til?
I'm just fine, thank you.
So
Good to be here with you.
It's good to be here with you. So I have my beach shirt on, and it looks like, oh my God, I can see your cows.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you a couple pictures of some of my favorites. There's my babies.
You know that
Yeah.
I grew up in Elverson, Pennsylvania, which is a really small town outside of Philadelphia. And I have to say, some of the most beautiful places I've been have been on those farms with the open fields.
Elverson. I mean, all of us rodeo guys know that's like a real big cow town. We know about that.
Do you really?
Yeah,
That is amazing.
Right. You're like a cow sister. You got honorary cow sister is what you are.
Well, my last name, I don't know if you knew this, I used to sell cars. I think that's why I can connect with a wide variety of people. And I used to tell people, hello, my name is Diane. Matt had a cow that could ski. And that's how.
I'm never going to forget that.
That's how they remembered my last name, because it was important that people remembered me, so they would ask for me and buy a car from me. So just a little bit of trivia.
You know, I used to sell cars too.
Yep. You used to sell cars too. But what kind of cars did you used to sell?
F1, F350s, F450s, Dodge Rams sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I do a Dodge. Chevys, nah, not a Chevy man.
That's where I began my selling, was Chevy trucks.
Well, okay. So it takes all kinds. I mean, it's a free country. It's a free country. You can do what you need to do in life. I am Chevys.
Yes. Yes. I very quickly left the Chevy lot for a long list of reasons, but oh my God. But now and then I moved to
I'd offer you some.
I have some in. I do it so often that you can't even notice that I'm chewing.
I switched over to chamomile, actually. I switched over to chamomile because it's making my nerves a little ragged. Now that chamomile just calms me down. So you just put in a plug of chamomile. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yum. So your belly settles at the same time. That is magnificent.
Yeah. So what are we going to talk about?
So I'm getting to know you very well, and I'm very honored to have the privilege to do that. And
I tip my hat to you, ma'am.
So you have a class coming up, and one of the things that I like about the class is the span of time, and then the little different goodies that you give to your students. It's I feel like it's almost similar to some of the jam events in that you build camaraderie, you build almost friendships, professional friendships, and also, the students have a time to bond. Can you tell us a little bit about how it works? Because I think that's something that people don't realize.
No, it's true. You think online class and you think like, I'm just going to sit there staring at this little screen and I got to get my butt all sore and get these saddle sores and everything else. And no, it's not like that. So you're talking about our leg, knee, and foot principles class that's coming up. And before I forget, I should mention today is the discount deadline for signing up. So what an amazing coincidence that you and I are here talking today. So you're talking about like the camaraderie, like those, just like the friendships you make or the way we work together. Because the way it works is I got these videos, of me teaching classes. And I just made them way back when I looked different. It was like a long time ago. But what happened is this publisher came to me and says, hey, Til, those are kind of interesting. We'd actually like to publish those. I'm like, no, I just made those for students in the class. But they did. They took them and they published them and they sold like 10, 12,000 of them or something like that. But, all they were was just me demonstrating at the table. There was no lecture. There was no explanation. It's just me working away. But people still buy them to this day. But anyway, I
want to just interject there, because I have watched a couple of your classes, and one of the things that I always say to you is you're like the silence between the notes. And I think that's I could be wrong, and please forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but I found that watching you, you really do teach the practitioner how to get even more in their bodies and notice the subtleties of the body in front of them. And I think that that was my assumption as to why we call it, or you call it, advanced training. But that's kind of the way I see you, is like almost that silence in between the notes. It's almost classes to help you,
You're very kind.
to help you become even more attuned and
like we say down on the ranch here, we say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Yeah,
exactly.
So somehow, I don't know how, but somehow we ended up doing that online while we're waiting for our herd immunity to kick in, and it hasn't yet, but we're working on that. But we're doing that online, and the strange thing is that comes through because we have all this time. Anyway, I was telling you this long story about my videos. I filmed the videos, they sold a lot. I never did the lectures. So now, when the lockdown came in last year, I thought, I'm going to do the lectures. I'm going to do them online. I'm going to invite some people. And we got like 200 people who came in, just wanted to see these lectures. I know that's nothing compared to your shoulder jam, man. That's pretty awesome. Hip jam, all that great stuff. But no, we got a bunch of people. We'll sit there and we're going through the lectures. But then we realized, we want some small group time and even one-on-one. So we broke them up into these little study groups that meet too. So you get live lectures, you get study groups with the faculty, and then you get I just went ahead and gave people all those old videos of me demonstrating. So then you go watch those old videos of me demonstrating, and then we go back and we analyze them and we talk about the theory, and we go, if you want to, you go practice them. We even have these virtual practice periods where you put your phone on top of your dresser drawer and point it at your sister or your mom or, your brother, whatever. And you work on them, and we say, hey, nope, it's not there. And just, what's really bizarre is how much we can friggin' see from all the way down here at the ranch. We can see what people are doing, and we tell them helpful things online. That part's optional. A lot of that stuff's optional. So we just lay out this big kind of festival, or should we say country fair or rodeo, about learning on the reg, about the leg and the knee and the foot. And we have a good time. And this is the last one. This is number 5 in basic series that covers the whole body. So we got it down now. So no, even now that we thought we were back to normal. We thought, all this online stuff, that was an epidemic thing. But no, turns out we're not quite back to normal. And a lot of that online stuff kind of stuck around, as you're finding out too. I really didn't know what we were going to find in terms of people's interest, but we just crossed 100 people today on the way up. I've noticed the needle's going up already. Anyway, that's my story.
Well, I just want to backtrack to the things that stand out to me again. I found that a lot of times when I've done things through my life, no offense to you, Til, but a lot of times a teacher like yourself, a genius teacher, of course. But one of the things that I always love too is getting to know the other students in the class and finding out what they think, so you're not just learning from one person, you're learning from 100 other people,
right?
Indirectly, directly, which is, I just think you're so smart. I just think that that's a great way to kind of bring people together and really help the information sink in almost more than you could get in a classroom.
Totally. You know what? We used to do these weekend intensives where we'd show all the stuff, give all the lectures, do all the practice. It's awesome. Done a couple of those since, and they're great. But what's cool is to spread it out over these 2 months and just do an hour and a half a week and really dive in deep and really have some good conversations. Let people go back and think about it and try it with their sister or whoever they're working on, their client. Come on back and work, and then we talk about it. We ended up having even more conversations than we did before.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, can I show you my horse?
Sure.
What were you going to say?
I was also going to say that I have a person who works with me in Eugenia, and she does a lot of stuff online, and her massage has just grown so much. And one of the things too that I'd like to point out with this is you can also go back and watch stuff. You don't have to, remember everything the first time around. Is that correct?
No, that's totally true. You get it all in recording. So if I'm talking too fast for you, you just slow it on down. And you can put it in slow-mo. Or I think they have a little thing where you can speed it up to and go real fast if you want. It's like you get to do whatever you want. You get to pause if you go, that's enough of that. Or you wait a minute, what did he say? I want to go back to that again. So it's all in there, you know.
Because you're deep. I mean, there's probably a lot of, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things too, can I just,
Takes one to know one.
while I have you, I just want to talk about how I've been working on my left hip, and I've been getting a little discomfort in my left hip, and I'm really finding that so much of it goes back down to my foot. What do you think of that?
Totally.
And it really, I mean, the hip and the foot and the knee,
hip, knee,
all of it.
ankle, foot, and then you go on up the body. It's all, I mean, sometimes people's necks don't feel better until you get their knees to soften, or their ankles to flex, or their toes to curl. Seriously, the toes are like where it's at. If your toes don't bend, if your toes aren't free, if your toes are like that, and you're trying to walk around, think about how your whole body's going to feel. Try it right now. Try scrunching up your toes real tight, like you're a bird on a wire, and then try taking a deep breath. Yeah. Now relax those toes. Just like go home on the range, kick back, put your feet up. Yeah.
They've call that in some circles the clutch foot, where the person's trying to cling to the earth and trying to dig their toes in. So as you picture someone clutching their foot and trying to almost dig into the earth, that you would think that would be an uncomfortable way to live the rest of the way up. But yeah,
it's true. Anyway, I wanted to show you my horse.
Okay.
If I can share this screen. It's cool. They make this like Zoom stuff cowboy friendly. It works for me.
There you go. You're able to share.
Okay, thank you. Now let me just click the button. Okay, do you see my horse? You see my horse there?
Yes, I do.
All right, so that's my horse, or at least my horse's anatomy. And this is pretty cool because you got this fascia lata all around the leg, yeah.
Wow.
And it's like it's hip stuff. That stuff around your leg is actually hip stuff too. Yeah. And now if you and I were a horse, you know, we'd be like walking on our middle finger and our middle toes. Did you know that?
Huh.
I don't know what that means, like that middle part. But that's the anatomy of it. A horse, my horse, stands on his gosh darn middle finger. Yeah.
How about that?
It's a good thing we don't do that because we're not built for it. But this is another analogy of like different kinds of legs. You know, here we are standing on our middle toe there. Yeah, for like a horse. But if we were a bird, we'd be all the way up there. Can you check? Can you believe that? This is Satoshi. This is my bud Satoshi Kawasaki drew these. I'm pretty darn impressed with her like drawing out this anatomy like we were animals or something. But anyway, this is the kind of stuff we'll go into in the class. It's just like, how do the bones of the foot move? What happens when you step down out of the saddle and get on the ground? Get those feet on the ground. I do that sometimes, you know, at least to walk into the ranch house. I get out of my saddle just for that much. And then I get back up in the saddle at my dinner table.
Is it true, or maybe true is not the right word because that would be absolute, but are 3 points on the bottom of your foot supposed to be touching the ground? Is that how you have the best stance, or is that just an idea? Or
I like how you
theory?
said true. Yeah, you're right. It's, you know, there's one point of view that says everything's a theory. But that's a useful theory, I think. Yeah, we do that. We do that model of 3 points, and we do a lot of differentiation, the layers, like I'm showing you here. We get all the layers gliding and stuff.
Oh,
so that
wow.
you can find. Oh, you want to go back to that one?
Yeah,
you can go
that's
back and you can
cool.
find. Let's see if we can get to play again, so that you can find all 3 of those points. Because it's one thing to know that, and then it's another thing to use your hands on your clients so that they can feel it and they can use those 3 points. So it's not just an idea, but we do that through like all these layers and wrappings that I'm showing you here. We make sure all those compartments of the lower leg are slidey and glidey, including those outer ones that we're finding out have so much to do with inflammation, my favorite topic besides cows. Get all those bones and structures of the foot differentiated. Now, what do you think this is, by the way? Any guesses what that is?
Is it an alien?
It's an alien. That is a growing embryo. That was
foot.
you and me.
Baby foot.
Baby feet in our mamas, getting our toes. That's what we're doing there. And yeah, and you can start to see those toe extensors coming out of that cellular matrix.
Oh my God, that's so cool. That's another thing. You have a lot of really cool images that you put in your classes that I have no idea where you find them, but they're awesome. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, okay, it's talking about having, like, being a collector. I have to actually have a collection of these.
I would think
those are my feet.
I don't think they're good for your feet.
What?
No way, Jose. Are they good for your feet?
Come on. This is my closet.
No way.
Yeah. Do you want to see my feet?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what? Don't tell me those aren't good for my feet. Those are exactly fit my feet. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, though. You squeeze your feet into something tiny, like a cowboy boot, ballet shoe, whatever, and it squeezes things. It squeezes even the nerves. And this one here is called Morton's Neuroma. No fun, because that nerve gets swollen, gets inflamed, gets fibrotic, and starts to get even more crowded. And it's like a vicious cycle of foot pain. You can't even stand. You just want to stay on your horse all the time.
You know what I do for my toes? Especially as I'm more obsessed with having my feet land correctly and be more stable, because I'm a little bow-legged, I'm finding, is I have little yoga socks. And
yoga socks. Yeah.
You can get something that you can rest in between your toes.
Now, that bow-legged thing, that's unnecessarily demonized, in my opinion.
Yeah?
A little more time in the saddle would be good for most people. But you know what this is?
Wow.
That's the extreme. Yeah, this is intense. This is an intense picture. These are from our sisters in China. This is a Chinese-bound foot. This is her shoe. That's her foot with her shoe off. So that's the extreme of squeezing your foot into something that's too small. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, this is a guy that never wore shoes in his life.
How about that?
How about that? A little different, huh?
Yeah, it looks like he's really settled onto the earth.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that that's a good thing with that wide split between the big toe, or is it neither or?
It's complicated, isn't it? Good is complicated. I'd say,
like, if he tried to put on those cowboy boots, it would probably suck for him.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, would it be good if he tried to put on a cowboy boot? No, it's not good in that case. But does it give him that differentiated arch and those 3 points of contact and a solid base? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And most of us who spend a whole lot of time in cowboy boots could actually be a little more like this and be even happier.
Right.
Now, what I've done is I've gone to minimalist footwear myself.
Very nice.
Yeah. And this, nice. I got a set of minimalist shoes for my wife. These are her minimalist high heels. Yeah. Yeah. But what that does, no. You want to see my minimalist cowboy boot? I got it right here. I'm going to show you. That's it. That's my minimalist footwear for out on the ranch. And you got to be careful what you step on. There's a lot of prickly pear and stuff out there, but it's good. So we're going to help. Yeah, we're going to help in our class, the leg, knee, and foot principles, starting today, last day discount. We're going to help you be even happier on whatever footwear you choose to do.
It is. I think it's fascinating. And I think the feet are very important.
Yeah. I got one more I got to show you. Can I? Am I going,
oh my God,
on too long?
No, this is great. Are you kidding me?
All right. Yeah, I love this stuff.
So I think too, I noticed as I'm here at the beach that walking on the sand too feels great.
It's so righteous.
Yeah.
It's so righteous. In fact, maybe that's going to be like the theme of one of these lectures in the class is how do you help your clients' feet feel like they're walking on the beach when they get up off your table. Because there's
Yeah.
ways you can do that. Now, another chapter in the class is the knee. And this is just, this is Primal Pictures. I got to give them their credit. They gave me permission to use all these pictures, and that's been so great because I learned so much, and they're in my book. But this is showing us how the cruciate ligaments inside the knee stabilize it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then if you tear it, if you like hurt your cruciate, there's different things you can do, but one of them is get a new one. So here's the surgery where they pull a new cruciate into place. Yeah.
Wow.
And that works pretty good. Although, you know, what happens usually for most people after that happens is they get them a little tight. They tighten it up because they think it's going to loosen up a little bit over time. So they actually wind them down a little tighter than they were originally. And a lot of people lose some range of motion from that tightness. And we'll talk about different things, including how to get that back, how to deal with even the people who choose not to have surgery, because that's a real option sometimes. Anyway, there's all kinds of good stuff we're going to talk about.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I know. I love that stuff. I'm just looking through some other stuff. We're going to talk about arches. You know,
Yes.
what that's like, what you can do, how you can help people. We're going to
Flat
talk
feet.
about specialized footwear. You need some of these down on the beach, huh?
I was thinking they would be, my wife is surfing right now. I was wondering, I don't know if she would like those.
When she's ready for high heels, if she's that kind of gal, you just throw a pair of these. Now here's one. You know anybody who would like this model?
What that is something else. Really, so curious as to where you might find these. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special for those on our website. This is the ballet slipper pump.
Perfect.
Anyway,
that's about what you need.
That's about what it's like.
Yeah.
They're not real shoes. I get disclaimer: do not try this at home. I'm not what I'm recommending. In fact, we're going to help people recover from this kind of stuff.
So I'm going to share a link to this sweet class at the top of this talk. And today's the last day for the discount. I think you have till what, midnight? Yeah,
midnight. Midnight ranch time, which is out here in the West. So that gives you Easterners a little bit more time. You can be, if you're up at like 1 a.m.,
1
it'll still work for you. Yeah,
maybe even 1:30.
Yeah. And then the first class is September 6th. But people are joining all the way through September because it's on recording, you can still jump in and get the live parts and get the small groups and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. There's another good point. That's awesome.
That's right.
Yes. Thank you. That was so cool. That's so cool. So everyone sign up.
Nice to talk to you, Diane.
Now, we'll see you guys later. Till hang tight for a minute. Till